How do you write a romance novel fast? I got tips, so stay tuned. Latinx romance author and freelance writer for over 20 years, and I'm talking about how to write your romance novel fast. I like things fast because I am a full-time working single mom that also writes romance novels, that has this YouTube channel, including a second one called The Love Altar, and I'm just a fast, efficient person. So I figured if you're anything like me, you're going to want to know how to write a romance novel fast, like maybe even in 30 days. The first thing to do to write a romance novel fast is to choose your trope, so you are able to center the theme, the plot, and everything that's happening with that trope in mind. So is it friends to lovers? Is it forbidden love? Is it enemies to lovers? Is it a love triangle? What is the strife that is keeping these characters apart until the happily ever after? Once you have that, then you can get to the second tip, which is an outline. And I want you to outline fast, okay? You write a romance novel fast by not getting bogged down on the things to do before you write. So you should have a quick little sentence on what the book is about. You know the trope, you know a little bit of the conflict, you know the character names, so then you're like, okay, this is what's gonna happen quickly, and you write down certain characteristics of each of the main characters. If there are any side characters, friends, supporting characters, which there are, do like a sentence each. Don't get bogged down on the details of needing to know everything that's going to happen in the story, in the plot, with each character, the character development, because that's gonna stop you from writing the romance novel fast. The point is to get it down on paper, so just do a quick little outline and get to step 3, which is set a schedule. Before you actually get to writing the romance novel fast, you should set a schedule. Decide how many times a week you are going to sit down just to write. I suggest starting small. Even though you want to write that romance novel fast, you have to be really realistic on your timing. You don't want to put all this pressure on you so that writing isn't fun. So what I do is that I usually take 1 day a week when my son is with his father, and right after work I end up staying on my computer and I just bang out as many chapters and as many words as possible. I'm a very quick writer, I'm a very efficient writer, so that works for me. You might be someone that needs more than 2 hours a week, so make sure that you are clear on how many hours you want to set aside to write your romance novel fast a week, maybe even a day if you want to do it every day, and to be realistic on your timing and your schedule and what you really can fit in, so that you are able to let the writing flow and you don't feel like you're forcing it. A lot of writing coaches will suggest that you write every day. I do not suggest you write every day if it's not something that is natural for you or flowing from you. I don't write every day. It's just not how I operate. I write when I'm inspired, and when I am inspired, I write fast. So if you're like that, I suggest you go with your flow. If you can write every day, then yes, set aside 20-30 minutes to write every day, an hour every day. If you're a mom like me, write at night when your kids are asleep, write in the morning before they wake up. If your kid doesn't wake up at 6 in the morning like mine does, I'm not waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning to write. And also understand your writing time. Some people aren't morning people, some people are more night people, so don't force yourself to write. Yes, you can train yourself, yes, you can build the habit, but as a creative, I believe in creating on my flow, on my time, and when inspiration strikes, that's when I do the best work. And write fast, baby, write that romance novel fast. So you have your trope, you have loosely outlined the summary, the characters, you have given yourself a schedule, and you have set a deadline and a goal of when you want to write your romance novel. Let's say you want to write it in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. Make sure you set a timeline for yourself in order to write the romance novel fast so you can stay accountable. Now it's time to write, and you have to write. I want you, whether you're writing 1 hour a week, 3 hours a week, every day for 20 minutes, or you're just gonna tackle this in 30 days and put in all your effort into writing, I want you to write. I want you to write and not reread. I know. As a writer who likes to reread, that was very tough for me when I started to write my romance novel. I am a freelance writer, so I tend to write short stories, and personal essay and article. So I would write and then I would edit as I was writing. But when you want to write a romance novel fast, you cannot go back and reread every paragraph, every sentence, or you're never going to finish. So just get it out, write. Even if it's crappy, even if the grammar is bad, even if the plot is just being developed as you write, which is what's gonna happen. You know how that little loose outline, you have it in the back of your head. You can print it out and put it on the side so you remember, okay, this is the trope, this is the conflict, this is how it's gonna resolve. Trust me when I say that it's probably going to change, because you're just going to pound on that keyboard, write, and it's going to come through you. The words, the plots, the characters. Your story is probably going to take turns you never imagined, because you are freeing yourself from rereading and editing as you write. You're just writing. And it's not going to be the best writing, but we'll fix that when you edit. The point on how to write a romance novel fast is to just write and to get that first draft down, because when you get that first draft down, it's like, I did it. And editing is so much easier, and editing is so much more enjoyable because you accomplished this big feat, writing a romance novel fast. And as I said, the last thing you do after you write your romance novel fast, your first draft, is to go back and edit. And I'm at this stage right now. I'm going to give an update in another video on my process for my first romance novel, Candy. I did finish the first draft fast. I finished it in about 3 months. I had started it and stopped, but once I dedicated myself, it took me about 2 months to finish it. And now I'm in the editing phases. I'm kind of pushing myself. I've been having a good time in my life, which is why you haven't been seeing my face on YouTube. Just having a good time, but I am rededicating myself to my romance novel, to giving tips like this. So I really would appreciate a subscribe and a like if you felt like this video was helpful. Editing is the part where you refine grammar, where you flush out your characters, and then you also go back to your character outline. So you know that outline with the summary and character and plots, the tropes. Now you can flush out. Now you can say, I have written this first draft. I know more about these characters because I've actually read them. And you can fill in more detail. So what I'm doing as I'm editing is I'm looking at my character outline. I flushed out my character outline before I started the edits because I had finished the book, right? And I knew the plot and I knew everything and how it played out. And I started writing little bullet points of each character, nuances, right? Like little things on how they operate, their thoughts, their feelings, personality, little, you know, tics that they have, or they like wink a lot, or like they have a crooked smile. I started filling in those blanks in my outline, and now that I'm editing, I reference it all the time to make sure there's continuity, and also to make sure that I'm flushing out these characters and the story so that it is very full and not a first draft. And that's it. That's how you write a romance novel fast. Again, subscribe to this channel if you find these tips helpful. Like this video, it really helps the channel. I'm brand new, so I would love to get more eyeballs on these tips, and just to build a community of authors, specifically authors of color, women of color, and Latinx romance authors. So yes, make sure that you hit that subscribe, hit that like button, and that you share this video if you found it helpful, and let me know in the comments below what you're writing. What is the deadline? Are you gonna write your romance novel, your first draft, in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days? And keep me updated. Let me know what other videos you want to see from me. What are the tips? Remember, I have 20 years of writing experience, so I know the industry. Let me know how I can help you through this journey as a self-published author. I'm here for you. I'm in this journey. I'm in this journey with you. So stay tuned for more videos, subscribe, and I'll see you later.